In today's episode of the Shelby Garage, we're going to go ahead and replace some headlight gaskets on our 95 Neon. It was completely missing, the one on the right side, and the left one was really dried out and cracked, getting ready to do the same thing. So we ordered up these from Modern Performance. They were only about 15 or 20 bucks shipped. They're not Mopar units, but they are nice and flexible and fit absolutely wonderfully. So we'll go ahead and get those on the car now. First step, when you need to get the headlight assembly out to really get this gasket on properly, got to reach up there between the bumper and the front core support. There is a 10mm bolt that holds the tab on the headlight there. You feel around and you'll be able to get to it. I used a 10mm socket and small 1/4-inch ratchet with an extension on it in order to get at that. If you lay down like I did here and stick your arm up there, yours is probably a lot smaller than mine, so you'll have absolutely no problem. As it was, I didn't have too terrible of a time getting this one out. Up next, there's a few more 10mm bolts that you got to take out. There's one that goes through that center grill piece and into the headlight assembly over there on the inboard side. There are two more bolts, obviously on top on the core support. And then lastly, not really tricky at all, but the ones that you have to get at last there are two bolts that go into the side. I used a ratcheting wrench on this, and with these you only have to loosen them up because the core support is slotted, so that way it'll slide right out. Another aspect of this is that I used a screwdriver to remove the turn signal from the actual headlamp assembly, if you will, because when you do that, it goes ahead and allows for the assembly to be able to come out and rotate around. I didn't actually remove the headlight wiring at all. I just went ahead and removed the turn signal. So doing that, you can then get the gasket put on. Not a big deal at all. It's pretty evident. The individual gaskets that you get from Modern Performance, the part number ends with an L for the one that goes on the left side, and the other one on the right obviously is marked with an R at the end of the part numbers. So if for some reason you're confused on which way they should go, you can always double check that and it'll lead you in the right direction. Just be careful when you're putting on the gaskets. Take your time, don't tear them. They are pretty durable, I found. I didn't have to really be super careful with them. But nonetheless, a little gentleness goes a long way. Stretch them over all the tabs. There are a couple little pieces that kind of clip into recesses in the bottom of the headlamp assembly there. But really straightforward, guys. Get this on and you're just about home free, really. Pretty much at this point, it's just going to be the reverse of removal. You can see what was left of the headlight gasket on the driver's side of the car. Not much. It crumbled and tore apart into nothing with virtually no effort, as you guys saw a little bit of there. Again, the passenger side was completely missing. It actually flew up on the hood of the car last week, so that's what prompted the purchase of these new gaskets. With these out of the way and gone for good, we're ready for the new neon gaskets to allow us to finally say hi again, as we should, without having any black eyes. Alright, until next time, guys, get out there and keep replacing parts.